And welcome back, everyone. Listen to that beautiful rain hit our middle roof. Let's see what the weather's going to be doing tomorrow. It's going to be clear and sunny. Perfect weather for the luau. The event will take place on the beach, starting between 9 a.m. and 2 p.m. Don't be late. Alright. It is happening, everyone. The luau. Tomorrow we'll all be gathering at the beach for the annual Pelican Town Luau. The highlight of the event is the communal potluck. Make sure you bring something good to contribute. The governor himself is attending the event. So make sure you're on your best behavior. Come to the beach sometime between 9 a.m. and 2 p.m. Mayor Lewis. We will definitely be doing that. Alternatively, there are a few things you could do in place of what we're going to donate. Some of which we don't have access to. Well, let me see. Who do we have here? Lewis is 1, Heart Marnie 0. Yeah, so we don't have access to it. And it is kind of a funny event if you... Oh, well, good for you. If you manage to do it. I'm acting as if it's like a big secret, but no, it's So you remember the purple trousers that the mayor lost? What are they called? Yeah, the purple shorts. So these are an item that you can hold above your head like so, and you can actually throw it into the soup and give everyone food poisoning. Oh boy. So yeah, very clever, very tongue-in-cheek there. But yeah, so with that, I don't really want to go fishing again today. I'm going to be completely honest with you. I definitely would prefer to go deal with some monsters. Try to get some more resources for the mine, or from the mine, and try to get a little deeper. Plus, as I said, I would not mind getting some taps on these. I just kind of have to work up the will to do it. This oak resin will become an item that's extremely important for us later, so might actually... You know what, we have so many of these things. We're gonna head back to the farm. And I'm gonna see what's required to get a tap. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Looks like we got 4 trees we can tap. So we need 40 wood, 2 copper per. So at 4, that's 8 copper and 160 wood. Right? Yeah, we definitely have enough of that. Yeah, let's do that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect. And until I have a better spot for it, I'm going to put that there. I'm actually going to sell these ones because they're gold stars. They're special. Not really, but they'll make me a little bit more money, so I think I'd rather sell them rather than hold on to them for some undisclosed date. And yeah, away to the mines we go. Let's see what level we are at mining. So we're level 6. So the reason, as I was saying before I was rudely cut off by that vehicle, as I was saying, the reason I want to get to level 10 of mining is you get a really good ability from the mining sides. It increases the value of the ingots, which makes them a little bit more valuable when you sell them. Now, I will say that like the selling price of most of the ingots is not that great. However, for the gold, especially like once you have everything up to gold, because, well, this game likes gilded items and doesn't really like the scientific explanation for things. That is the level it comes after iron. So it goes normal, copper or bronze, iron or steel, and then gold. And then, just like Minecraft, this game does have a level above that. And that would be the level of iridium. And so iridium is not something that we can get quite yet. And I didn't know this, but iridium is a real thing. Like, in real life, I mean. So, it comes from asteroids and meteorites, usually. But, yeah, so iridium is a real thing, which I thought was cool. And just like in the game, as it is in real life, it is a really difficult metal to come across and very valuable. So, there you go. Oh, nice, we got a gold slime. So this guy could either be a gold slime or a sap slime. Yeah, so that one was a gold slime. Sometimes when you see them, they're slightly the wrong color, and they actually drop sap. So what I'm referring to there is this game has a few different varieties of slimes, and based on the color code that they are, so like the, you know, like that FF or HH with a string of numbers, that number, whatever that is will actually determine what it will drop. If it's a weird, like not normal slime. Man, I don't know why it's so loud out there today. So forgive me for these annoying drivers outside. But, so by not a normal slime, what I mean by that is not a green, red, purple, or orange slime. They're considered special, and so they could be black with a star in their head, which means that they usually drop a piece of equipment or a weapon. These red ones, the best thing they can drop is they can actually drop gold as well as coal. The frost ones, the blue ones, I think they can drop iron. I could be wrong. Yeah, man, I got jinxed. Don't like getting jinxed. Jinx, jinx. I don't remember how that thing went. Oops. I don't know why I just did a about face there, but... Oh, we're getting close to 90. This is working out really well. So whenever you see these guys, it's usually better to take them out first. They try to heal everyone around them as well as themselves. They're kind of annoying in that regard. And after all, you can't be the only one who can heal yourself. Although to be fair, their method of healing themselves is a little bit cooler than ours. We just feed our inner demons. They actually worship a demon, I assume. I don't know why they can cast magic. Just kidding. I have no idea what the lore is behind them. So they're called, as I've probably said this before, but shadow shamans. So I don't know. Oh, well, maybe we found our fall hat. I don't think the squire's home. We'll see. Maybe I'll wear that in the fall if we don't get a better hat. So, the shadow people are a very interesting race in this game. And I don't know if they're supposed to be like tribal in their like city or their organization. Like, I have no idea what their organization is. But according to lore, they kind of used to live among humans until an event that occurred that we'll actually get some more information on later on. And this event kind of banished everyone to different areas. And because of that, there aren't very many shadow people left on the surface. And as you can tell from our little village, there really aren't any left on the surface. And with the exception of that one dwarf, we haven't found any other dwarves. So who knows what happen to them. But yeah, so it was a huge event that happened, kind of like a cataclysm. Like Calamity Ganon in Breath of the Wild. But we'll get to unraveling that baggage later on. Welcome back. I am sorry about that. I guess I picked a bad time to record today, jeez. But yeah, so there's a few characters we haven't met yet. Some we won't meet until much later in the game. But some we're actually pretty close to meeting. And what I mean by that is, as soon as we get the bus repaired, we'll meet 2 more people, but it will also give us access to meet like a ton more. And then there's another entire map that we're going to run into at some point that has 2 more characters that are humans that well, I take that back. 3 more characters that are humans that we can directly interact with, as well as a dwarf. So, as far as I know, there's really only 2 dwarves left, because you never run into dwarves down here. And there's only the 2 that I know of. As for the shadow beings, the shadow brutes, and the shadow shamans, there's a ton of them. So I don't know if they won the war, or if the dwarves just are deeper than we can ever go. Nor do I know if it's ever actually been responded to, like, asked and figured out. But yeah, it's kind of sad, if you think about it, and kind of like in Skyrim, if anyone's ever played that game that, I guess, watches me. It's like the Dwemer, almost, how you just kind of find their junk, but you never actually find them. Because there are artifacts that are dwarven artifacts, such as the dwarven helm, the dwarven machine, and like all the dwarven manuscripts, so like the scrolls. But you don't really ever find anything else of the dwarves. Another thing that's really interesting are the mermaids. So there's actually a few mermaids that you'll find in this game too. During one of the festivals, we'll actually get to see a few. But the mermaids are another group that you don't really see too much of in this game, which is kind of interesting. But they do exist, and there's books that reference them. And so maybe they had to do with the whole event that made everyone disappear. I don't know. Yeah, it's just like, it's why the wizard is such an interesting character to me. Because, like, he knows so much, but he refuses to, like, tell us anything, really. And there's nothing wrong to that. Like, he's entitled to his privacy, you know? But who knows? Maybe, because I've never really gotten him up to, like, the maximum amount of hearts. So maybe he tells you more as you get more hearts. I don't know. Maybe if I gave him something on his birthday, which I believe is the 2nd of December, he'd tell me something. But yeah, it's just kind of cool. All the lore that's hidden, and how different each playthrough is of this game. Not only like from if you were to play it and play it with me, like along with me, how different everything would be for you compared to me. But also the different characters and what they say is very different. Like, this game very much feels alive. And it really adds to the replay value of the game. And I think that that's something that Concerned Abe did very well when he designed this game. Because he gave everyone a schedule, kind of like Majora's Mask or Harvest Moon. He sprinkled in video game references, some of which I didn't even realize were references to games until recently. The one that's coming to mind, actually, is Chrono Trigger, as strange as that is. But there's a few items in this game that are very, very similar to items in Chrono Trigger. So you can see the inspiration from there. And then just, like, everything else in this game, like, it's really cool. I'd love to know, like, all of his inspiration, and I'm sure that he himself doesn't even know, like, where he came up with all the ideas for everyone. But regardless, it's pretty neat, and you'll be able to pick out different things every time you play. Of, like, all the different, like, the different aspects of each character, some of their different lines, some of their different opinions, kind of how they react to different things, and even how they react to each other. Like, there's kind of a drama in the city that if we were to become a better friend with Haley, we'd actually we'd see a lot quicker. So we're going to get exposed to it at one point in the game. It's just kind of required. And it has to do with the mayor. So there's a few things with the mayor that's kind of suspicious. And some of it I will talk about when it comes up, but some of it I'll actually talk about right now. And so it has to do with the purple shorts. So those purple shorts can be found in one of two places. You can either get level 2 hearts with the mayor and go into his bedroom, and there's a secret in his bedroom that will let you get them, or you can become a good friend with Marnie. So it's not really... It hasn't come up yet, but Mayor Lewis and Marnie are very much sweet on each other, to the point that, like, they're very obviously engaged in an affair, which, you know, it's fine. Neither one of them are married. They're both adults, and I mean, I assume they both consent. But what it does is it creates a question as to who is Jazz's parents. So later on in the game, I'm not going to spoil too much with it, we're going to get an item that will enable us to start seeing certain secrets. And this item creates kind of an interesting light for Marnie and Jazz. And then Shane himself is also a very interesting character in the same vein, because he's not actually Marnie's kid, nor is he necessarily Jazz's dad. It's not really well known as to who he is, or kind of what kind of a person he was. But regardless, it's really interesting to just see how all the characters kind of interact. I know I kind of wasted that, but I wanted to get back to the farm. I didn't want to collapse there. I probably should have tried to go a little bit deeper in the mines, because I was really close to the end. Okay, good. Gunther does need that. Offload those and that. Sword we'll put in our out mode chest up here. And you. Man, we are coming down to the wire, aren't we? Sell those, sell that. Put all that away. Actually, these bombs we'll put in there. I think that's as good as I'm going to be able to do my inventory, but with that, this is Monte Sipper. And yeah, this is what we made today, so I hope you guys are all doing well. Thank you so much for watching. If you feel obliged to, or if you feel like you should, please leave a comment or a like. If you don't, that's fine. This has been Monte Sipper, wishing you a good rest of your day. Bye.